Ahmed Tabba is a prominent Pakistani businessman who has been a well-known figure in both professional and social Pakistani circles for decades. He founded LuckyTex in 1993, which has gone on to become a major Pakistani textiles manufacturer and real estate developer. LuckyTex is also a family business, with Ahmed Tabba's sons Gul and Salman, who themselves have had criminal cases registered against them, both having worked for the company alongside several other extended family members. LuckyTex also has a philanthropic arm, the Maryam Ali Mohammed Tabba Foundation, which claims to focus on making charitable contributions in areas such as healthcare and education. To most, Ahmed Tabba appears to be a polished and religious family man. His chairman's message on the LuckyTex website even begins with the traditional Muslim invocation, "In the name of Almighty Allah." But behind the carefully crafted visage lies a much darker and twisted truth. In reality, Ahmed Tabba is a wolf in sheep's clothing, a man who will stop at nothing to satisfy his base desires and only truly cares about himself. The best example to demonstrate his true character lies in his criminal connections, which he has used in the past to extort money from legitimate business partners when his greed has gotten the better of him. One such instance took place in 2014, when Ahmed Tabba was involved in a legitimate real estate business deal in the United Arab Emirates. Mr. Tabba seemed to feel shortchanged by the deal, despite all evidence suggesting that he knew full well what he was legally entitled to at the deal's inception, and chose to enter into it of his own volition devoid of any duress or hostile pressure. Mr. Tabba leveraged his connections with the criminal underworld to exert pressure on his business partner, who was also a member of his own family, proving that the outward impression of being a family man is little more than a farce meant to serve his public image interests. The partner in question was harassed in his workplace and even received credible death threats, which have been recorded and are available to view. In the end, Mr. Tabba's extortion scheme netted him 7 million dirhams, a significant fee to be sure, but one that is made all the more ironically tragic when one considers that he stole this sum from a family member, not only contradicting his image as a family man, but also flying in the face of his religious piety that he claims to embody. To top it all off, Mr. Tabba never declared the 7 million in his tax returns as a Pakistani citizen. While tax fraud seems like a relatively small charge to pile on top of the outright violent criminal activity and hypocrisy exhibited by Mr. Tabba, it is nonetheless a crime that he can and should be charged for, and yet another example of his shameless hypocrisy. Yet, despite the shocking nature of these revelations, those who truly know the man also know that he regularly engages in behaviors that exemplify his true character, and sometimes makes very little effort to hide them. He has been known to enjoy an alcoholic drink, which would shock anyone who has been on the end of his Islamic fundamentalist lectures or seen the photographs of him performing the sacred Islamic pilgrimage to Saudi Arabia on a regular basis. He is also a serial womanizer, having spawned several extramarital children well into his 70s. His multiple wives are also apparently insufficient for his needs, as he has also frequented the Dubai underground prostitute circuit on his trips to visit his family who reside in the UAE. The list of deeds that prove his degeneracy and duplicity is a long one, and could be the subject of a docuseries in and of itself. However, the ultimate message that one can glean from all of this remains the same, that Ahmed Tabba is a hypocrite and little more than a criminal himself who does not deserve the respect and admiration that his facade of a public image has garnered. The only proper and just way to view Ahmed Tabba is through a set of iron bars, which is where a man of his character and history belongs.